So this is your G.I. Joe Classified Series standard look for the current Cobra Viper, which is from the Python Patrol target exclusive, the opposing force to your target exclusive Tiger Force. So check your local targets for availability of this action figure at clearance price of the lowest that I found it at $6.89. But the purpose of this video is this afternoon's play time. So something that looks like your traditional looking Viper to something that looks like this. So presenting to you guys another version of my G.I. Joe Declassified series Viper or Cobra Viper. Less of the traditional looking animated series style or comic book style, but more on the tactical side. When you merge realism and a Cobra Viper. So I was able to produce this. So another variant of the Viper that I already previously made or kit bashed. So let's do a quick 360 of the figure. So take a guess as to the parts that I used with this action figure. So let's get to the parts. So for the head, that is going to be G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol Cobra Viper. The body from the neck to the waist is going to be G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol Cobra Viper. The handsets are going to come from G.I. Joe Classified Series Flint. The pants, just the pants and the man briefs, that's going to come from G.I. Joe Classified Series Outback. The boots, they're going to come from G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol Cobra Officer. And the gear, the vest, the pistol belt, the individual first aid kit mounted on a thigh holster, the weapon, and the rest of the gear comes from Action Force Valaverse. So just as I thought, I was still missing one item to complete this figure, or somehow to make this figure more Cobra Viper-ish. So I forgot to put these forearm gauntlets on. So let's take it off from this arm set and put it on this Viper arm set. Okay, so we finally have the gauntlets on this Cobra Viper figure. So still a Cobra Viper figure because of the helmet. So the helmet defines the figure. So don't let anybody tell you that if your custom build is just that's a very simple thing wherein you just swap the head unit. That is baloney, because the head really makes up for the total look of the action figure. That's about 45% of how the figure is going to look like. So we have two options for this variant. If you want a more realistic looking Viper, then you have this, or you could take out the forearm guards so to provide heat relief for your Viper. So that's just it. So very simple mod. And for those of you who are interested whether what kind of gear pack or set I used for this, it's going to be the Security Enforcement Gear Pack from Action Force Valaverse. So this gear set, the placement of the magazine caddies on the chest rig or the plate carrier or body armor or whatever you want to call it, it's not going to look like that. So that is already a personal variation that I kit bashed for this chest rig. So I placed the knife in a different position. I placed the individual first aid kit, which was on this section. The knife was on this section. I took them off and glued them somewhere else. So individual first aid kit located on the thigh. The knife is going to be situated on the left side. So we still have that place, and when you play with this action figure, it's not going to interfere with any form of articulation. So you could still put that arm as close to or as parallel to the body without having this kind of action figure syndrome, wherein the arms are on a more triangular shape. This, you could still put those arms really close to the body as possible. And when you put this action figure on a rifle shooting stance, a proper rifle shooting stance, that knife is not going to interfere, because if you're going to glue that vertically on this position, it's going to really press against the arm, because you have to tuck that arm in for a proper shooting position, because your rifle has a vertical foregrip, which I love this kind of action force rifle that has vertical grips, because I could really position them and really tighten up the shooting stance. So very simple build that you could follow if you have the following figures that I just mentioned to create this, what I would call, or other people or other collectors would call, a monstrosity or a Frankenstein of a Cobra Viper. But it's nobody's Cobra Viper, it's my Viper. And if you follow this menu, it's going to be also your Viper, not mine. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to always play with your action figures. Don't be a hoarder, be an action figure player. So once again, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.